people, American people, especially those that have lots of money, that are rich, like to buy property on inland lakes. It is very, very expensive. I have property only because my family, my grandparents, in the early 1900s, came from France to the United States, and there were hardly any roads, and property was inexpensive. No, excuse me. The ordinary working people buy property more easily. Today, just keep going up, up, up. And ordinary people often cannot afford it.
他的食物从法国搬来的，那时候买土地很便宜，再来这里炒，所以他在那个卡美那边有 property， 他的土地房地产是那主权有限。
So nowadays, that people can buy cottage that are really rich.
Well, I don't. Gotta be careful. We have in America some very, very poor people, and then we have what we middle class people, and then we have the rich people. The people who are in the middle class, if they're in the upper part of that, like teachers maybe, doctors, lawyers, accountants, mathematicians, scientists, some musicians would be able to afford to buy and in the United States today, families of two people work. Man works and the woman works. So if you have two teachers, they would make enough money to buy a small cabin. If their money wisely and do not spend it on toys. You know.
The article also mentioned that you can rent a cottage. You don't have to buy it. And
that is true. That is true. One of my friends saw my cabin on Facebook, and he said, "How much is it to rent your cabin, my wife and Tom?" And I said, "For you, it is inexpensive. It will be free." But a cabin would rent for maybe $100 American a night. Okay.
3000块，一晚3000块。
Susan,
yes.
both there would pay rent to go to the cabin.
But there's also good about renting them instead of owning them, because like you don't need to you don't need to maintain the old house.
Maintaining or maintenance of the cabin is expensive. It is much wiser to rent. Let me give you another example. You know what a Winnebago is, a big motorhome that Americans drive? big trailer with a truck front on it. They drive it. They're big, very fancy, very expensive. Buy one of them, and you have to spend 60,000 American dollars, or maybe 100,000 American dollars. That is a very, very large amount of money. But I could drive my little car, and I could stop at night at a motel or a hotel, and I could pay $70 or $80 to spend the night. And if I go for 1 week vacation, I have spent $500 or $700 instead of $60,000 or $70,000. I could not afford that. So sometimes renting is better than buying.
Yeah, and also people buy them, I think they're wealthy, but also they're kind of busy, so they don't have enough time to enjoy. Yeah.
Absolutely. You make a very, very good point. I see a lot of Americans who buy something like this because they get all excited when they see it, and they fall in love with the lake and with the cabin, and then they have to work so hard to make money to pay for it that they don't use it, and they end up trying to sell it to somebody else.